About 1519, a city of 250,000 souls floats on a lake in central Mexico, canals instead of streets, chinampas, gardens blooming like green jewels. At its center stands a 38-year-old emperor wearing a cloak made of hummingbird feathers. His name is Moctezuma II, he who frowns like a lord. In just 900 days he will be dead and his empire erased forever. This is the true story of the last great Aztec ruler. The Mexica, the people we call Aztecs, arrived in the Valley of Mexico as despised outsiders. Legend said they would found their city where an eagle ate a snake on a cactus. In 1325 they saw the sign on a swampy island and built Tenochtitlan. By 1502, when Moctezuma II was crowned 9th Tlatoani, it is the largest city in the Americas, bigger than any in Spain. 3 causeways, a 15-kilometer aqueduct, and a great temple painted blood red dominate the skyline. The empire rules 5 to 6 million people through tribute and terror. Moctezuma was not the eldest son. He was the nephew of Emperor Ahuitzotl and rose through sheer ability. He trained as both warrior and priest. He could capture enemies in battle and then sacrifice them himself. When Ahuitzotl drowned in the great 1502 flood, the noble council chose Moctezuma for his intelligence and ruthlessness. At his coronation, he promised the war god Huitzilopochtli more hearts than any ruler before him. From 1502 to 1518, the empire reached its greatest extent. He conquered the Huastec lands in the north and pushed almost to modern Guatemala. Tribute poured in, 7,000 tons of maize, 4,000 tons of beans, 2 million cotton cloaks and jaguar skins every single year. In 1507 he rebuilt the Great Temple, a pyramid 100 feet tall with twin shrines at the sun and the war god. Some chroniclers say 20,000 captives were sacrificed over 4 days to dedicate it. Then the omens began. A comet with 3 heads. Lake Texcoco boiled without wind. A strange bird with a mirror in its head was brought to the palace. Moctezuma looked and saw armed men riding deer. Lightning destroyed a temple that had never burned. Night after night, a woman's voice cried through the streets, "My children, we are lost!" The priests said Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent who sailed east centuries earlier, would return in the year Fart Reed, which was 1519. April 21st, 1519. 11 Spanish ships drop anchor off Veracruz. 500 men, 16 horses, cannons. Moctezuma's messengers report, "They ride animals as tall as houses. They make thunder with iron tubes. They wear metal that covers their bodies." The emperor believes Cortés is Quetzalcoatl returned. He sends priceless gifts, a solid gold sun disk the size of a wagon wheel, a silver moon disk, and a helmet filled with gold dust. Cortés melts everything down and writes home. They suffer from a disease of the heart that only gold can cure. November 8th, 1519. Cortés marches straight into Tenochtitlan with barely 300 men. Moctezuma greets him on the causeway wearing turquoise and quetzal feathers carried on a golden litter. He gives Cortés his own father's palace. 1 week later, Cortés places the emperor under house arrest in his own city, the boldest hostage-taking in history. For 6 months, Moctezuma lives surrounded by Spanish guards while his treasury is looted. May 1520. Cortés leaves to fight another Spanish expedition. His deputy, Pedro de Alvarado, massacres hundreds of unarmed Aztec nobles during the Toxcatl festival. The city rises in fury. When Cortés returns, Tenochtitlan is already burning. June 30th, 1520. La Noche Triste. The Spanish try to escape across the causeways at night. Aztec war canoes and warriors on the rooftops rain arrows and stones. Over 600 Spaniards drown in the lake, weighed down by stolen gold. Moctezuma is dead by morning. The exact cause of death is disputed. Spanish sources say the crowd stoned him when he tried to calm them from a rooftop. Aztec sources say the Spaniards stabbed him once the people turned against him. Either way, on July 1st, 1520, the last independent Aztec emperor dies at age 41. His body is carried out by loyal servants and burned without ceremony, a final humiliation. Smallpox arrives with a single infected slave and kills hundreds of thousands. Cortés gathers 200,000 native allies who hate Aztec rule. May-August 1521, 93 days siege. The city is starved, the aqueducts cut, the lake filled with corpses. August 13, 1521, the last emperor, Cuauhtémoc, is captured trying to escape in a canoe. Tenochtitlan falls exactly 196 years after it was founded. Moctezuma II was brilliant, devout, and absolute. He ruled at the very peak of Aztec civilization. Yet in less than 2 years, he went from the most powerful man in the Americas to the ruler who accidentally handed his empire to strangers. Some call it fate. Some call it the greatest tragedy of timing in history. The angry lord who frowned like a god lost everything because he hesitated for one fatal moment.